Fanil Desai here. Today we'll be continuing with the topic longitudinal vibrations of the beam. Previously we have ended with the topic longitudinal vibration of beam, where we have considered the case where one was fixed and another was free. Now in case 2 we'll be looking at the both the ends at fixed condition. Now when both the ends are fixed from beam strength of materials, you know that it won't have any moment as both the ends are fixed. So the boundary condition would be u of 0t equals to u of lt for this condition, right? Now applying the boundary conditions once again, what you will be getting over here is q of x, that is what we have discussed in vibration of string as well as in the case 1, and q of t, that is also we have discussed how this equation arrived. So if you are new to this video or directly end up on this video, just go through my previous video. You will able to get how we have got this equation. Especially go with the video of vibration of string. Once again I am repeating, here we have taken both the condition, that is x equal to u equal to 0 comma t and u is a function of l comma t which is equals to 0. So two boundary condition we have used. So once again making use of this first boundary condition u of 0 comma t, right? So 0 comma t, substituting in the above equation, that is in this equation you will be getting cos of 0 1 sin of 0 0. So ultimately E will be 0. So from first boundary condition we have obtained one arbitrary constant, that is E equal to 0. Now make use of second boundary condition, that is u of lt equal to 0. So once again q of L will be substitute in this equation, right? Sin omega c into L plus E into sin cos omega c into L, but E is 0, so this term will be neglected. So you are left with only sin term. So d sin omega c into L equals to 0. Now when this omega c by omega c into L will be equal to 0 when it is pi by L, right? This is what previously we have looked at. So for all terms, that is n equal to 1 2 3 up to nth term, this will be equal to sine will be equal to 0, and from this you can calculate the natural frequency of this system and you can obtain the different modes that we have seen how we have got previous cases. Like same way you will be getting principle of modes of vibration by substituting the value of 1 2 and 3. Okay, so let us now come across another case, that is last case for this vibration of longitudinal beam where both the ends are free, right? Once again revising, first was fixed and free. Now we have discussed was both the ends fixed. Now here both the end free. If both the ends are free, there will be a moment generated at the both the end. So if moments are generated, we need to find the slope of these equations, right? So at free ends there will be a moment, so that is what I have explained. So u of xt will, let us write general equation u of xt, that is capital Q of x and small q of t. Q of x once again we already know, right? D sin omega c into x plus e cos omega by c into x, and q of t, that is q function of t, will be a sin omega t plus b cos omega t. To obtain the first condition, that is at this side del u by del x equal to 0, we'll find del u by del x of qx term, that is del u by del x of this term, that is qx term. So here this will become cos 1 omega by c will come outside, right? And it will be cos omega c. I have done it over here, right? Next term cos will become sine, but it will be minus of sine and omega c will be outside, so you will be getting this term, right? So finally on rearranging you will be getting this term, right? Now at the other end, at the other boundary condition, as you can look, so here also we need to find del u by del x. So again we'll go for this substitution, right? Okay. So now at the second boundary condition, del u by del x at x equal to 0, q of L, again we'll go for it, right? Now from first condition q of equal to 0, you will be getting d equal to 0, right? From this you will be getting d equal to 0 because sine of 0 is 0 and d cos of 0 will be 1, so you will be getting d equal to 0, right? And from second boundary condition, that is q of L, once again If this is 0, so you are left with only one term, that is sine, right? So sine omega c. Now x will become L because we are finding at L, right? So sine omega by c into L equals to 0. So when it is 0, it is when the sine value is pi. So from omega you can calculate n pi c, take this term over this side, you can find natural frequency of the system. Substitute those value, n equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, you will be getting different principal mode of the vibrations. Okay. Now this is bit of kind of a numerical, but you can consider it even as a theory. Okay. Now what you can see in here is one beam is there which is being connected to the spring, right? So this is the case of one end fixed and another end free. Why free? Because it has been attached to the spring. So recalling that equation what we have derived for fixed free condition, the equation was sine omega by c into x, a sine omega t plus b cos omega t, right? So now the boundary condition for the first set is u of x equal to 0, that is u of 0 t equals to 0. Next condition, that is at the spring is at the right hand side of the system, right here. So what will be generated? Two forces will be generated, right? Look at over here. So as you can see, the displacement direction is in this direction, right? So internal forces will be generated over here, as well as the spring forces will be generated over here. So at particular cross section, there will be a force generated or stresses generated in the spring will be is the sigma into epsilon E, right? From the Hooke's law we can write down this. Now sigma is nothing but P by A, which is epsilon E, okay? And elasticity from this is change in length, that is del U by del X. So this is the condition which we have already drawn while solving the longitudinal vibration of beam, but only thing is that spring is connected in this condition, right? So once again, as you can see, there will be a spring force acting in this direction minus Ku, that is at x equal to L, okay, at this condition. And another force that will be generated, that will be stress, okay, that will be A into del U by del X, as I have said that it will be from the Hooke's law, okay. So both the forces are equated here. By considering equilibrium of forces, you can equate the forces, right? So spring force is equals to the stress generated in this, or force generated due to stress in the system, right? So now we need to find out del U by del X of this at x equal to L. So we have found out del U by del X, right? Because one end is free. If one end is free, then moment will be generated, as I have told you. This end is fixed, so no moment will be generated. So here, once again, what you are left with, del U by del X, sine of this will be giving you cos omega n into x into is equals to omega n by c cos omega n by c into L. Okay, at x equals to L we are deriving. Because u of 0t you will be getting, substituting, and you will be getting what we have done in the fixed free condition. Okay, so no need to go for the solution once again. Okay, even if you want to go, just substitute those values over here in the general solution of this equation. Clear? Okay, so now taking sine upon cos, you will be getting tan omega n by c into L, that is equals to AE by K into omega n by C. Okay, now if K is very small compared to the stiffness of the bar, which means that if this stiffness is dominant rather than this spring stiffness, what you can take, tan theta tends to infinity, right? Tan theta tends to infinity. Now when this tan goes to infinity, tan of theta goes to infinity when theta is equals to pi by 2. So here you are seeing that omega n into c divided by L equals to pi by 2. So finding omega n will give you different modes of vibrations or different principal modes of vibration of that bar. Okay, one another things to remember over here is, now here in this condition the bar was like this and spring was attached over here, right? If the condition differs, if the spring comes over here, right, and the bar over here, okay, at that time that end condition will change, right? Here it will be, instead of minus Ku equal to that value, stress value, it will be plus Ku equals to stress value, right? Okay, thank you very much. If you are having any doubt, just drop it in the comment box. Do subscribe to the channel and share with your friends.